Good morning. It's time for reading with Mimi. How you all doing? I'm going to give a call out to all my little friends. Who's joining us today? Are you joining me? I hope so. Good morning, Zay and Oliver. I'm glad you're back here. And your friend Iris. Iris, are you here? Hi, Iris. So, Benny and Samantha down in South Carolina. Good morning. Noah and Hannah, how are you doing? Are you at home today? Come have a story with us. And did I mention everybody? Did I say Sam and Henry? I think I did. Okay, today's story, I bet you know it just looking at the picture before I even say it. What's the name of today's story? That's right, Goodnight Moon by Margaret Wise Brown. Pictures by Clement Hurd. Now, before I start, I'm going to ask you to take a minute, if you want to, you don't have to gather up some small little items that you would like to say goodnight to as the story goes on. I gathered up a few things. I'll show you what I gathered. And you might want to walk around your house or go to your room and gather some things up. So I got a little toy bed. If you have a little toy bed and it's not too hard to carry, you could do that. I got a little miniature table. Isn't that cute? And then I set up a whole little scene here. I put them on a box. I had a little rug. So I gathered up a chair and a little bookshelf with some little items to go on it. I got a little alarm clock. Do you have a little alarm clock? You can bring it over. I even brought a gumball machine. Mimi likes to collect all these fun little things. I didn't have any little kittens to bring over, so I brought over what I had handy, which was some little bunnies. So I'll wait. Go gather up some things. It could be some of your favorite toys, or your alarm clock, or some mittens. Okay, go and get your items, and then we'll read our story together. If you need to, you can have Mom and Dad hit pause while you get them. Okay, let's get started. This book is very big. This is a thick version of the book. There's different versions. I'm going to zoom in and let you look at all the things in the beautiful green room. Do you see the fireplace? You see the artwork? A lamp? A bed? Oh, it was a bunny. There was a bunny in the bed. I'm glad I brought the bunny. Look, there's an old-fashioned phone. Mimi has one of those. Okay, let's get started. In the great green room, there was a telephone. There it is. And a red balloon. And a picture of... Can you see what's in the picture? Here's another picture. What is that? Right. Right. The cow jumping over the moon. Look, the illustrator did some in black and white and some in color. And there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs. Do you hear some rhyming words? What 2 words rhyme? Now back to the full color. Isn't that beautiful? Let me scan all those beautiful things. Look at all the details in this picture. Can you name all the things you see? Take a minute, turn to someone next to you, and name at least 3 things you see in this picture. Okay, did you get 3? I know. I bet Oliver, I bet you got more than 3. I bet you got 5. And 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens. What rhymes? And a little toy house and a young mouse. More rhyming words. What rhymes, Zara? Goodnight room. Goodnight moon. Goodnight cow jumping over the moon. Does that really happen? Could that happen in real life? Let's zero in and look at all these beautiful pictures again of the green bedroom. I bet you could draw a picture beautiful like this when you're done hearing this story. Good night, light and the red balloon. Good night, bears. Good night, chairs. Rhyming words. Noah, what words did you hear that rhymed? Good night, clocks and good night, socks. Zara, what words rhyme? Oliver, you help her if she's not sure. Do you see that old-fashioned clothes rack? That's what they used to do in the old days to dry clothes. They didn't have dryers. Good night, little house. And good night, little mouse. He's so tiny. Good night, comb and good night, brush. Do they rhyme? No. So why did they say both of them in the same sentence? Right, because they go together. Good night, nobody. Is that funny? There's no one in the picture. That was a good idea. Good night, mush. What's mush? Sammy, Henry, what do you think mush is? What do we call it? Right, you might have said oatmeal. And good night to the old lady, whispering, shh, hush. Has anyone ever whispered that to you? When has someone told you to hush? Shh. Was it in school or was that at home? Good night, stars. Good night, air. Oh, how does the picture look different now? A little bit different. Good night, noises everywhere. Did you say the picture looked darker? And now look at the little house. How's the little house look different? That's right, you can see the lights on in the little house. That was the story, Goodnight Moon. This classic bedtime story that has lulled generations of children to sleep is the perfect first book to share with a child. And I'm glad I got to share it with you. What do you like to do before you go to bed? I'll wait. Whisper to someone next to you. What do you like to do? Sammy, Henry, what do you like to do? Noah, Hannah, what do you do before you go to bed? Benny, Samantha, what do you do with Grandma and Grandpa? Iris, what do you do before you go to bed? Does Mommy and Daddy read you a story? So I had fun reading that to you, and I got to share some of my little fun miniatures. Did you pull some of yours out? If you did, you can act it out now with your items, and you could say goodnight to everyone and set up a little room. That would be fun. So what else could you do? You could draw a picture of your room and what's in your room. I'd love it if you added some words and say who you're going to say goodnight to when you go to bed. You can draw a picture and write words, or you can make it into a little mini book. I'd love to see it. Will you share it with me? You can email it to me or text it to me or ask Mom and Dad to help you, and they'll know how to do it. Glad you joined me today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Go enjoy it. Love ya. Love from Mimi. Bye.